Number 11, in terms of language capabilities, how far has AI tools come and what can we expect moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of how far they've come, just go use GPT-4 yourself. You'll see. Like it is. I mean, I truly there's almost daily there's a use case for GPT-4 that I'm in shock that it does it. Like I know how these things work. I know they were trained. I have been testing them since the beginning, and there's still times it'll do something, and I'll sit back and try and figure out how in the world is it doing that. Like just as an example, if it's trained just to predict the next word and it's trained on all the content on the internet, a lot of the content on the internet's terrible, poorly written, no vision for it, no solid tone, no good style, all kinds of grammatical errors. How does GPT-4 write almost perfectly and creatively? Like if it's just learned from the median of all of our best, all of the content on the internet, how did it all of a sudden become in the top like 0.1% of its creative ability? I don't actually know the answer to that. I'm not sure that Microsoft and OpenAI know the answer to that. Like it just somehow does this, and it is a bit magic. Like it is certainly science, but it does seem to have some magical elements to it. Like I don't know how it does it sometimes. So I think it's come extremely far, but I also think this is it. Like this is just the beginning. This is the
Right.
dumbest version of AI we're ever going to experience. And so it's fair to assume that every 12 months or so, double its capabilities. And like with the current language models, you can't inject an image or a video and ask it to learn from it. That's going to change. These things will be able to learn from videos and images and audio and code, and they're going to be able to output that stuff. Like in Google Bard, it will now output an image with the text. So you're seeing or what's called multimodal. You're seeing the early phases of this, all these, multimedia components being baked into a single engine. And that's where it's going next, as well as being able to take action, not just output something, be able to go take action, like book a trip. So if I ask it, taking a family of four to Italy, here's the city I'm staying in, what should we do? And it comes back and it says, oh, here's the five main attractions and here's the best family friendly things. And then I say, okay, go book this for me. That's where we're going next, is it'll actually be able to do the things once it's created. And so that's all very near term. The tech exists right now. It's being fine tuned. And so in 2023, you're going to start experiencing this outside of just the labs and kind of the people who are out in the frontier testing these tools.
When I was in Cincinnati 2 weeks ago, speaking at that social media show and tell, um, the Matthew Dooley who ran the event, he said, "We should watch this in like 6 months and see if our presentations are still." I'm like, "I don't wanna watch my presentation again." But I could just imagine that what we're like, "This is amazing," is going to be so mainstream. And
Yeah,
so, you know, like you said, it's the dumbest version of everything that's going to be happening.
moving fast.